it going, everybody? Welcome back to In the Pit with Steve, your number one source for YouTube's sexiest police shootouts. I am your host, Steve, and we are back with another viewer suggestion. Checking out the band Alpha Wolf. We're going to do the song Haunter today. This is a band where I've heard the name, but have never listened to them. I have no idea what they sound like. When I do these viewer suggestions, I like to go in as blind as absolutely possible. So, I don't look at any social media for the band or any Wikipedia articles or anything like that. I just like to for this particular section, they just said, hey, check out Alpha Wolf. So I just went and saw that they had a new song recently. Okay, easy enough. We're going to just go with that one. So yeah, I have no idea what to expect, but like, as always, with these viewer suggestions, if I don't like it, I hold you personally responsible. So I guess without any further ado, let's get in the pit with Alpha Wolf. This is Haunter. Ooh, spooky. That drummer have two China cymbals instead of a ride? All right. All right. I don't know why this is. I guess there's elements to it, but the first thing that hits my mind, and you're going to think I'm nuts with this, the first thing that hits my mind is Slipknot. Like, this is a band that is like really into like early Slipknot, like self-titled and Iowa era. The little bits of like ambient noisy guitars with like the talking over it. He has a very Corey Taylor-esque type tone to his voice. There's just something about it that just screams Slipknot to me. I don't know why, but I dig it. I like it quite a bit. Drummer has got like a super minimal setup. I like the way he plays, not overplaying. Its guitar tone is on point, singer's on point. Like, this is good stuff. I like the video. Like, I like the black and white, like the mannequin stuff, like the drill to the mannequin head is like actually like a really cool kind of concept. I used to do some work as a photographer, and it's like the kind of thing that I would have done, though I don't think I ever came up with anything quite as quite like that before. But yeah, this is good. This is good. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. There's something about it. Like from the first few seconds, I was like, oh, this just kind of reminds me of Slipknot for some reason. And I mean that in a good way. Like, I'm a massive Slipknot fan, but yeah, it's just I just didn't expect it. This kind of like chuggy riff with the ambient guitar thing was like a big thing in deathcore some time ago. The Iris Murder did a lot of it. We building to big breakdown, maybe? I'll take all of that you got. All right. I like that. That's pretty good. Let's this scene, they went back to this shot a few times, you know, this room with all the speakers, and there's a couple of TVs in there. This it's a band, I don't think they're active anymore, but they were around a little while ago. Band called Jucifer. They used to have like 9 million guitar amps on stage when they played. This kind of just reminds me of that a little bit. Since we are big drum nerds over here, so there's a couple overhead shots of his kit. He does have two China cymbals, one in the ride position. So this guy definitely knows what he's about. Very minimalist kit. You know, the hat's 2 crashes, although this might be a ride. It's quite large. And then the 2 China's 4-piece kit. This is not unlike what my final kind of setup when I was actively playing on a regular basis was like, although I didn't have the 2 Chinas. I did have a traditional ride cymbal, but I did over the course of time really pare down my my kit. There are some shots. I want to see if I can find it. There's a couple of overhead shots that show off. Looks like he has Meinl cymbals. He has a Pearl kit. Let me just put it on mute so we don't have blasts of sound coming at us. Let's see if I can find it here. Yeah, you can see the Meinl logo right there, but yeah, they look like Byzance or Byzance, however the correct pronunciation is. That series of Meinl cymbals. I think the band sounds pretty good. You know, this was a recommendation based off of a reaction did to the band Throne, and he was 100% right. Commenter said that if I like Throne, I was going to like this band, and he's 100% on point. This is very good. This is nice. I'm very happy that I started this channel because now I'm getting exposed to these bands where Alpha Wolf, I had heard the name, never listened to them. You know, I'm hearing these bands, either I know their name, but have never taken the time to listen to them, or it's just brand new to me. And that's kind of really the big driving force behind me doing this, is I just want to get caught up on music a little bit more. I try to stay current in all other genres, but for whatever reason, metal, heavier music, I've just kind of fallen behind a little bit. So it's nice. But yeah, we'll be back in just a moment with some final thoughts. All right, so I dig it. I think it's really good stuff. I'm curious to kind of dive into their back catalog. Maybe we'll do another song on the channel, or maybe I'll just start listening to my on my own time, which is what I've been doing. I drive around a lot for work, so I'm always looking for music. You know, I have my weekly podcast I listen to, but eventually I get through them. And so I'm always looking for music to listen to. So that's really been kind of what's been fueling my my drives lately, is just some of the new music that I found through doing this channel. And Alpha Wolf, I think, is going to go straight into the rotation. I really dig it. I'm curious if this is like kind of their sound, like if this is like indicative of what the rest of their stuff sounds like. Like I said earlier, I don't know why, but man, that Slipknot influence just really jumped out at me. And I could be totally off base. Maybe these guys are not fans at all of early Slipknot, but there's just something about, I don't know, it just obviously doesn't have the DJ section and all that stuff and the kind of weird riff stuff that Mick and Jim would do, but there's just something about it that kind of made me feel like that. And I love it. I think it's really, really solid stuff. I think that, you know, the beginning of the song has a little bit of that kind of early 2000s, for lack of a better term, nu metal influence. And that's been creeping in a lot. We've seen bands go like really far into it, and bands just kind of incorporate a tiny bit of it into their sound. I think like Code Orange has definitely kind of really gotten into it. A Spiritbox as well. So we're starting to see it kind of inch its way back into music. But I like bands like this that are taking it and not just sounding like a nu metal tribute band. Like, let's take some key components of that sound, of that kind of era in heavy music, and let's put a twist on it. And I think that that's making things really exciting. So I dig it. I'm looking forward to listening to more Alpha Wolf. So that's going to do it for me. And I'll see you again real soon.